Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Infinity, and this is Magnetize Yourself, where we talk about life, love, spirituality, and of course, the law of attraction. In today's video, I am going to be doing what I sometimes refer to as mini readings, which are essentially reading videos in between the main collective readings on this channel. And for those of you who might be new here, those collective readings are channeled every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So be sure to tune back in on those times and days if you feel guided to do so. But here in this reading, I am going to be channeling into a more hyper-specific group of individuals who will align with this video or who are connected here already on the channel. So I am going to start by shuffling my energy oracle cards deck. And I also want to let you know that if you do choose to like the video and subscribe to the channel, these actions are forms of energetic transference, and this does allow me to pick up more easily on your energy and channel more specifically for you. So I am getting the energy of someone who has been really focusing on self-healing. I'm hearing calming the nervous system. So you might specifically be doing different activities that are meant to be calming the parasympathetic nervous system, which of course is really powerful in releasing some of those subconscious patterns of fear that could manifest as anxiety or other things in our life, in our general mood and mental state. But I'm hearing that you've been doing a lot of this healing work, and those results are starting to pay off in very noticeable ways. Now, if you aren't seeing this payoff, so to speak, happening already, I'm hearing that this is something that you will be noticing moving into the future. I'm hearing that 2023 was a time where, for someone listening, it's almost like you went invisible or you spent a lot of time in hermit mode, really doing this internal healing. And now 2024 is about reaping the results of that. It's like you were planting the seed, you were watering it, nurturing it, and that seed being your own well-being, your own happiness, your own abundance. And now more of those things, I'm hearing signs, like you're going to be receiving signs that some kind of shift you've made within yourself is really beginning to pay off in a very visceral, manifested kind of way. I'm hearing that you may have cut off communication with certain people in your life, because I think that's why I was getting that you were going silent or going radio silent with certain people. This could be platonically, romantically, with family members. I'm hearing that it was illuminated to you within the last year that there were certain individuals in your life that were taking a lot from you, especially through the throat chakra. It's almost like you were always the ear to listen, or always the one that they were relying on for support. But when you would go to them for support, it just wasn't there. These were very non-reciprocated, non-balanced connections that were draining a lot of your energy, because I'm hearing that as a very empathic person, you are someone who is naturally a great listener, someone who is naturally able to really hold a lot of space for others emotionally and help them to shift into a better place. You're a very, very adept advice giver, and people recognize this about you and gravitate towards you. But I'm hearing that there are certain people in your life that you feel you would only hear from when things were really going badly and they needed someone to listen, someone to talk to. You may have also simply felt that something about the communication and the connection was unbalanced. I'm hearing that because of the level you've risen to energetically and emotionally, you may struggle to connect with other people who have the same ability to listen and hold space for you that you have for them. And this is a very natural symptom of having shifted onto a higher timeline, being in a higher vibration, because you may feel as though you can connect to and relate to everyone. You can connect to and relate to people that you meet, that you interact with, strangers you see, because you have undergone so much transformation and evolution in your own life. It's almost like you've lived a dozen different lives in one, so to speak. You have a very multifaceted aspect to your soul. I don't know if this means that you've lived different places or pursued different things, done different jobs, gone through different struggles. I feel like life has really given you a crash course in empathy and being able to put yourself in other people's shoes because of how many different facets and aspects of life you yourself have had to overcome. Now, I am hearing at times this so-called crash course has been very overwhelming for you. In fact, we have the broken heart card at the bottom of the deck. So it may have been very heartbreaking for you. I'm hearing that you have been rejected or abandoned by many different people through the course of all of the transformations that you've gone through, because every time you would level up yourself, I'm hearing you would lose friends, or there would be people who could not go with you to that next level. You may have even outgrown certain people or relationships in your life, even romantic relationships or partnerships. And that is why you have had to have the courage to value your own path and your own self-love, your own self-healing journey above the opinions of others and even above the manifestation of other relationships or connections in your life. You've had to trust the process in the sense that you've allowed yourself to continue prioritizing your growth, prioritizing your happiness, your transformation, regardless of how other people were going to react to it. And that is the greatest act of truly self-love that you have ever done for yourself. That act of continuing to allow yourself to expand into your highest potential, regardless of how other people around you may react to it. Now, I want to know a bit more about what you need to know at this time. So here we have attachment in the upright position. So I'm picking up on someone who is feeling very attached to you. Now, I don't want to say that this person has a dark energy. It's just that there is this, it's almost like a cloud around them. They almost have a gray cloud of energy that is surrounding them. This may be someone who tends to be very pessimistic, very negative, someone who tends to see themselves as a victim of their own life. Now, here we have the crown chakra upright and the door to romance in the reverse position. So yeah, this has the energy of someone who is almost like latching on to you because you have sparked some kind of spiritual awakening within them. What they don't realize is that this connection isn't just romantic, that the attraction they're feeling to you is a lot because of how you are affecting them in their crown chakra at this highly spiritual level. Because I'm hearing that when you speak to this person or when you're around them, you might even like give them chills or goosebumps or those other forms of signs of spiritual confirmation that we sometimes experience when we are really connecting with our true spiritual self, or with the spiritual forces connecting to us or guiding our life. It's like this person is experiencing spirituality through you. However, their human self is mistaking it as a purely romantic connection. They're thinking, oh, I must be feeling this way because of the romantic element. But the thing is, there is something much more spiritually based that is going on here, the effect that you're having on this person. And I'm actually getting that they're feeling a little bit frustrated because this is someone trying to open that door with you romantically, with door to romance reversed, but they're feeling a little bit blocked. And that's why they're feeling this frustration. Now, you listening to this reading may not even be the one blocking this person. You might be open to romantic connection with them. You might not be trying to push that away, but they're still feeling blocked because, in a sense, the guides that are surrounding and protecting you, them, and this connection are preventing them from being able to label this as a purely romantic experience. They are really being pushed first to realize the spiritual effect that you're having on them and to open their mind to the spiritual aspect of this experience that's taking place within them, again, through connecting with you. But they are meant to not be putting this connection or this experience in the box of being purely romantic in nature. Now, this is someone really trying to get into your energy on a very consistent basis with the Garden and the Gate reversed. They sense that there are aspects of you that are very mysterious to them, that they can't quite wrap their mind around, that they don't really understand, but that they want to understand. And I feel some of the guides saying, but they're not ready. So you may even be not hiding parts of yourself, but intentionally realizing where this person is at on their spiritual journey and only feeding them so much information about you. You might even have a conscious awareness that to share everything you know, spiritually speaking, would be overwhelming to this person. So your own guides have, in a sense, through your intuition, been holding you back from sharing too much too soon, so to speak, on a spiritual level. I also feel that this person is very intrigued by spirituality. You might get into these conversations about spiritual things where they start to pique your mind, to pick your mind in a sense, to ask you questions, to dig in deeper on things, and then suddenly go silent or suddenly pull back, almost like they're feeling overwhelmed or like it was too much. And I'm hearing they're being paced. It's like they're pacing themselves. But the thing is, if there is a romantic connection that you desire to have with this person, of course, you are the free will creator of your life. So you can manifest this connection however you want it to be, if that means something romantic or something else entirely. But what I am getting is, in order for that romantic connection to solidify physically, it's almost like that romantic experience is intertwined with the spiritual experience of knowing you. But because this person is repressing the spiritual experience of you, they are blocking themselves from the full-blown manifested romantic experience of you. If that makes sense. That's at least how some of the guides surrounding the situation are explaining it. Now, I keep referencing these guides. So the interesting thing about your connection is, of course, you both have individual spirit guides. I'm getting on their side, there may be a grandfather or someone, a masculine relative that has passed on, a great-grandfather, someone like that in their life that is guiding them in a sense and actively participating in teaching them through this connection. Now, the thing is, yes, you both have those individual guides, but you also have guides that are assigned to the connection. So I call these shared guides. They are guides that are meant to be making sure that your spiritual bond between the two of you is still on track in the way that it is meant to be, in the way that your souls intended it to be when you agreed to the terms of this soul contract. So I want to know what the purpose of this soul contract is. Let's read into some of the terms here. Wow. Expansion with the World card in the upright position. So there is a very powerful shared expansion taking place through this connection. I feel that on your end, you are really learning how to be the spiritual teacher that you are. You are learning how to connect with people where they are without feeling the need to give them more than you can intuitively sense they are ready for, while still maintaining your authenticity. On this person's end, they are learning how to slow down a little bit, how to pace themselves, not just in this connection, but in life. I feel like this is someone pushed by almost like this anxiety to always be achieving or doing the next thing in their life. And something about this experience of you and between the two of you is forcing them to slow down, which is actually pushing them deeper within themselves to connect with that internal place of guidance instead of always seeking to push things ahead in the external. Now, I will be channeling some more messages about this situation between the two of you, but first, I also want to share with you my personal, most powerful tool for shifting my own mindset, positively reprogramming my own mind, and manifesting in my life. And these are subliminals. Subliminals are audio meditations that contain unconscious spoken affirmations. And the beauty of these affirmations, as opposed to traditional conscious affirmations, is that they are embedded within other sounds, tones, and frequencies. And this is believed to allow them to bypass the conscious filter of the mind and make deeper, more lasting impressions on the subconscious mind, which is so powerful because research has shown that at least 95% of our thoughts and our therefore actions and outcomes in life are actually coming from the subconscious mind. So utilizing subliminals to reprogram that majority of your mind, that subconscious mind, can actually fast track your manifestations by quickly shifting your energy as a result. I personally have seen such powerful results using subliminals on almost a daily basis in my own life for years now. So I am now sharing my personal library of them through my app, Sound and Soulful. As you can see on the screen, on this app, I have over 100 subliminals for essentially every area of life. So there are subliminals for mood, for mindset, for appearance, for money, for success, however you personally define success, and so much more. And when you create a 7-day free trial account on my app, you can access any of the subliminals I've created in more than 8 background sound options. You can also access the affirmations contained within each subliminal while you are listening. And you can create your own personal private playlists as well. So specifically for this reading, I would most highly recommend my subliminal for love, Magnetism. I have found this to be so incredibly transformative for really becoming magnetic for attracting the highest vibrational outcomes, not just romantically in your life, but even in all other senses of relationship, platonically, community-wise, etc. This subliminal works through each of the chakra centers to uproot any blockages you may be holding to deepening the love and relationship in your life. It can even be used to facilitate you in attracting or deepening a connection to a specific person. So the link to explore more about my Subliminals app is in the pinned comment and description box underneath this video. Okay, so let's go ahead and reshuffle the cards and just pull a final few messages about this particular situation. So what else can I channel about this person? We have the card Chaser, in pursuit, convincing, rejection. So this is someone very much in their chasing energy, whether they are being open about that or not. It's almost like their energy is pushing on you or kind of pressing on you. Again, even if you aren't seeing it physically, you're feeling this person really desiring to pursue you or chase you here. We also have the card Hidden Path. So while they are being motivated from more so that human egoic perspective or side of themselves, they're being motivated to chase or push. Their guides are trying to lead them to this hidden path, which says detour, slow down, explore, go in a new direction. So what they are meant to be doing is really allowing the spiritual experience of knowing you, of connecting with you, really savoring that, but also allowing it to transform them from the inside out, which is, of course, a much more gradual process. We also have the card Cycles and Creativity. So I will say that you have seemed to inspire a lot of creativity within this person. So they are also being pushed to direct this creativity, to channel it into constructive directions, to lift that kind of gray cloud of darker energy around them, and to really place them more in alignment with their highest soul's path here. Now, I'm hearing that you yourself may be feeling a surge of creativity as well. And if so, you are really being guided to take that and utilize it, to take that creative energy and channel it into things that you personally feel passionate about or feel are deeply in alignment with your true soul essence. So I am going to be closing this reading with one final Rumi Oracle card. Of course, if you do resonate with my energy, I invite you to subscribe to the channel, join our beautiful community of like-minded, conscious, creative beings here on YouTube. You can also follow me on Instagram, where I post more energy updates and inspiration. The final card to come out here is the Cloak of Christ. So the Rumi Oracle Guidebook here says, in the school of humanity, when you become intimate with God, you reside on the King's throne and teach the angels the nature of the divine. Rumi. Your soul has been ravaged inside and out, and you are succumbing to struggle that is not karmic or necessary, but a symptom of fatigue and weariness of heart, mind, body, and soul. This cloak is a sacred container that places your body and soul within the loving energy of the Christ consciousness. Can you allow yourself to take refuge in this knowledge? There is a person, place, thing, or belief that has become to you like a manacle around your wrist or an iron ball and leg iron, preventing you from moving forward with the grace you have earned spiritually. You are being empowered here to shed that. Remember that whenever we are asked to release something, it is because the divine wishes to fill our hearts and hands with more. So that feels like a beautiful place to close the reading. Thank you so much again for tuning in today. I am sending you all so much love. Of course, if you do feel guided to explore these subliminals on my meditation app, the name of the app is Sound and Soulful. You can search it in either of the app stores. You can also download it directly by following the link in the pinned comment and description box under the video. Otherwise, I hope you have an amazing remainder of your day, and I will connect with you here again in the next video.